Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing another Would You Rather. It's been a while and I just felt like, you know what? I'm doing it. It's Saturday night. This is going to go up on a Sunday, I believe. Pretty sure that it is. It might not be. I'm not sure. It's actually Friday evening as well. My head is totally all over the place. So yeah, great way to start this video. Best intro I have ever done. Can I just toast myself to death? Awesome. Great job. You're such a great entertainer. Anyway, today we're going to be answering some more questions, with the first one being, would you rather string your opponent along for the entire fight or crush them from the beginning? It says underneath that this is for a boxing match and you will win either way. Well, then I will string my opponent along for the entire fight just to make it cool, to make it entertaining, because basically it all comes back in every single sport, in every single activity that you do, even though people also say darts is a sport, which I just really, but I'm not going to bash darts, even though I'd love to, but I'm not going to do that. We're talking about entertainment in general, and sports in general. Just like I'm doing this is not because I just want to be the best in this. I don't want to be the best YouTube. I mean, if people choose me as the best YouTube, then I'd be absolutely honored, and I'll want some sort of award to hang up my fucking door or whatever. Actually put it in like a trophy cabinet, because that deserves a... I wish I had a play button, you know? I really... Question! I was stringing around for the entire fight just to entertain the people that come to see the match. Like, if you see those, like, the thing with Ronda Rousey was, like, knocked out after, like, 40 seconds. Just pretend you were visiting that. You paid fucking 100 quid to have nice plates for that fight, and it lost 40 seconds. That's like pulling the hottest girl, or boy, whatever you are, or not into, in a club. You're out, you pull the most beautiful human being out there, you take her, whatever, home, and you get like a small little kiss, and then that's it. Then he or she, or it goes again. Like, I did all this effort, I dressed up nicely, I did my hair, trimmed my beard, or did my eyelashes, depending on, again, what gender you are. I did that, and I got like one little kiss, or even a hug. Like, oh, you're such a good friend. So yeah, I would string my opponent along for the entire fight just to entertain the people that come. I did fucking 3.5 minutes over one question. Jesus. Next. Would you rather hang out with Pooh Bear or hang out with Baloo from the Jungle Book? This is a great question for when you're stoned, really. Not that I've experienced with it, but this would be like an awesome question. You can pretend, okay, the first one is like yellow, bit of a freaky color. It has like all these weird little friends. It's like a donkey with like a pintail. There's like a rabbit. There's like all these weird fucking things. Shitloads of honey, like the gooey stuff, which will help with the cravings and the munchies you get while being stoned or high, or however you want to call it. On the other hand, Baloo is way cooler, but the jungle is kind of creepy. Just imagine Shirna, I can't remember the name of the tiger. That thing being after you, as well as the fucking snake, and all the like baboons and elephants and shit. I mean, it's a dangerous place. The Jungle Book really is a dangerous place, so I think I'd rather hang out with Pooh Bear, just because, I mean, I'm not even a fan of honey, but like the world is so much nicer. Have no family or have no friends? Don't have friends anyway. Would you rather have your house burned down by a fire-breathing dragon, or have your house blown down by the big bad wolf? I mean, dragons, of course. Like, wolves aren't anything special. I mean, they're like the last time we've seen a wolf in Holland. This actually was last year or the year before. There was one, but that's like about it. They live in Germany. For some reason, wolves stay in Germany as well. But yeah, there are no real wolves in Holland either. But I mean, a fire-breathing dragon. If I die anyway, then why the fuck wouldn't I die by the... Well, not the hands, the beak, mouth thing of a big fire-breathing dragon. Would you rather lose an eye and a hand, or lose a leg and an ear? Now, the thing is, if I lose my eye, there's definitely no fucking way I can still see shit. Losing my hand, there's no fucking way I can still make videos. On the other hand, losing one of my leg, okay, I can get a prosthetic one. I could also get a prosthetic hand, but that doesn't really work that well with gaming. And an eye patch, while it looks cool, sometimes it's not really effective. I could get like a fake leg. That could work. Like, I could get this one, I could just chop it off. No, Joe jinx me. And I get like one of those like blade runners. Like, that's fucking cool. And losing an ear, well, it's probably very painful, but always losing an eye, so that doesn't really matter a lot. Losing an ear doesn't always necessarily have to mean that you can't hear anymore. Just like the outside of the ear is gone. Because what's inside the ear, I can still hear. And I always have still have the other ear, just like basically having that fucking aux cable not being chucked in your car properly. And just like peeking over, just getting to the right sound. And the driver's like, hey, what the fuck, where's my noise at? And then the music doesn't play at his side. You have to jig around with that cable and it just doesn't work. It's basically like that. It's annoying, but it still kind of works if you're on the right side of the car, which doesn't really apply for when it's your... I'd rather lose a leg than an ear. Let's just keep it at that. If you could, would you rather end world hunger or find a cure for cancer? Alright, the thing that I've got here, okay, is, and this is how I look at it, cancer is one of the worst epidemics of disease that we have ever seen. It's probably, and that's my theory on it, it's not proven, it's not something that scientists claims either, it's just like my personal opinion on the matter. Cancer is a thing that exists because there are too many of us. We are basically a plague to Earth because we are ruining it, we are destroying it, we are cutting down the trees, we are polluting the oceans. Everything in this ecosystem needs for us to be gone. It needs us dead. It needs us to stop progressing and stop getting more and more and more people. So I think that's why cancer exists. But the thing is, I find a cure for it. Okay? I find a cure for it. There's two reasons why I won't pick this one, and I'll go for world hunger, and I'll explain it to now. Say I found the cure, okay? First things first. Cancer is gone, okay? Even if this exists, we can fix it. The ecosystem will always come up with new diseases. Cancer probably wasn't a thing 1,000 years ago. They had like the smallpox and the Spanish flu and all that shit. At that time, that killed people. Nowadays, that's not that big of a deal anymore. Or it don't even exist anymore. So now we have cancer, which of course is stronger than anything else because we've got immune, we found cures, we found ways to, you know, progress through the other diseases. So it recreates and evolves and mutates into a worse disease, trying to attack us again, kill more of us again, because there are too many of us. So even if I got rid of cancer, I found a cure and everyone therefore is immune to cancer, something new, either cancer will mutate and evolve to such a terrible disease that it will be unstoppable, or there will be a new, even more terrible disease that will kill a lot of people as well. I think, you know, diseases that will kill people will always be a thing, whether it's gonna be mutated forms of cancer, whether it's gonna be a new disease. There will always be something that kills people because there are too many of us. The second thing, okay, just, you know, what I just explained about, like, new diseases and cancer mutating and all that thing, just forget all about that. Just say that wasn't a thing. Say that wasn't true. Still, I got this cure, right? It says also you would not be able to profit financially from either. So, you know, I wouldn't make money from it, which is fine. You know, I found a cure for cancer. Yay. Okay, I found it. There you go. Pharmacies take over. They take over the rule. They're like, okay, this is our medicine now. We are selling it. We're selling it for this price. And as we all know, medications, pharmacies, and all that shit, they ask a lot of money for the medicine, for anything, especially for things that are highly needed, like cancer treatment. So what they'll do, they'll charge enormously high prices. People with poor income won't be able to pay and they'll still die. So in the end, I did find a cure, but it will either evolve or come up with something new, and not everybody will be able to afford it. And therefore, not an awful lot will change. However, ending world hunger, even though cancer at that point and other diseases and other things like violence, racism, hates, crime, that will all be a thing. But world hunger is a really big problem, and if I fix world hunger, if I've somehow found the way to fix world hunger, I would make everybody's life, just a tiny little bit better. For some people, it won't make a difference because they're already having food every day, like me. I've been blessed, basically, by growing up where I do, living in a family that I live in, and being able to do and eat what I do and eat. There are people, unfortunately, in Africa and in South America, but also in Europe and in North America. It's becoming a thing more and more. People don't have the money to buy proper food. People get undernourished. It happens. Ending world hunger would be such a big difference for everybody, because the poorest up till the richest, everyone who suffers from hunger won't suffer from it again. And even though there are still these other problems, that's something that I fixed and that no one can turn around. Would you rather always know when people are lying or always get away with lying? Lying, even though it's not something I encourage or would encourage, is a skill you can learn, or at least you can adapt yourself, your body, and your reaction to things to make sure you come across as more believable. You know, but seeing when other people lie is very, very hard. Which is exactly why I will always know when people are lying. It doesn't always matter. It doesn't always have to matter, oh, is he or she lying? It doesn't always have to be a thing. But to be able to be like, I'm not sure. Are you lying? And you can just know? I mean, that's nice, and if you still want to lie for yourself, it will basically be the same as it is right now. Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes it might fuck you over. That's just a decision you have to make, responsibility for yourself. Would you rather reach your ideal salary or reach your ideal weight? And it also says once you reached one of them, it would stay that way forever. You will never achieve the other option. Basically, I think that I'm at my ideal weight. I'm not overweight, I'm not fat, I'm not skinny either. I'm far from skinny, really. I've got some muscle mass. I mean, that's the only thing. My ideal weight, what would that be? Like, how much more muscle mass could I add? I don't know. But reaching my ideal weight, I don't really have one. Therefore, my ideal salary, somewhere about $100 billion a month would do. Of course, that includes taxes and all that. Because, you know, a man's gotta live. Would you rather be a vampire who can transform into a bat, or be a ghost that can possess only appliances? I mean, it's not even a question. I would be a vampire, and it doesn't even matter what I could or couldn't do. Vampires are one of the most amazing creatures that humans ever thought of in fantasy. Vampires are so bloody cool. I love everything about them. Anyway, that's been it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It's very late. I don't know if you can actually see. There's probably no way you can actually see that, but it's very late. I'm gonna go to bed now. I need it desperately. It's almost weekend. It's Friday night. Well, it's actually almost Saturday morning, you could say. This video is gonna go up on a Saturday or Sunday. I have no clue. You'll see when it happens. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to subscribe, there's like a button on this side, like somewhere that way, bit down that way, next to the thing below me with the video. You can click both. Click the subscribe button one. So click the subscribe one first, then go down here for the video. It's pretty simple. You figure it out. You can tap it too. Then do that when you have the video. You might kill your TV.